Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, February the 16th, 2018. In today's video, we're going to be talking about eBay radio, some weird eBay contacts, and defects being removed. So let's get started right now. As you can see, guys, it is yet another cloudy day. We're going through 2 weeks of this crap. On Sunday, I put up a short video about myself driving on the Harlem River Drive viaduct, and if any of you guys watched it, it was pouring raining on Sunday, and there's just no end in sight. It's going to rain tonight. Tomorrow night, it's going to snow, which totally puts me out of business because I won't be able to do any exploration videos on Sunday because it rains and snows consistently. And if there's any snow on the ground, I can't do any exploration videos. So it's not looking too good for poor Joe. Well, let's get started with today's eBay video. And as always, I'm going to start out with your questions, comments, and concerns from last week's video. On cancellations, Rubber Wilbur wrote, "So I charge a 20% restocking fee. If a buyer tells me nonsense that they want to cancel after I print the label, I tell them sorry, the item is already out the door, on the way, even if it is physically not. If they want to return it, they have to pay to ship it back and pay my 20% restocking fee. After I receive money in my PayPal account from a buyer, I take that seriously as a commitment, and I don't just willy-nilly refund them cash like we're playing ping pong. I just don't play that game. They have to follow through with their decision. I only make the exception if it is within 1 hour of the purchase, and even then I still don't like it. We as eBay sellers are professionals, and I don't like being treated like a kid selling lemonade by buyers or eBay." Also on cancellations, Craig B. wrote, "I had someone ask to cancel after I asked them to pay. I replied and asked them why politely. They did not respond. I did file a dispute for unpaid item. I am not happy about people taking items off the market and not paying. I rarely do auctions or offer listings less than 1%. Guys, I never do auctions for that reason only. That was a problem I had years ago, people not paying on auctions. But ever since approximately 4 years ago, or a little over 4 years ago, when I switched to fixed price listings with immediate payment required, obviously I don't have problems with non-paying bidders. As far as the cancellations are concerned, I haven't had any this week, oddly enough, but yes, I do get them like the rest of you guys do. I would like to see eBay implement an ironclad time frame, for instance 1 hour, where we have to give the buyers 1 hour to cancel. I would have no problem with that whatsoever. But once that hour is up, then no more cancellations. No more. I would love to see an ironclad time established by eBay to thwart cancellations after a specified time. As far as China sellers, Elliot wrote in, "Joe, thanks for the video as always. I'm an eBay seller, and when I need to buy something on eBay, I always look for American sellers for 2 reasons. 1, I don't buy Chinese garbage and knockoffs, and 2, I support my fellow eBay sellers, but I encounter a problem in finding American sellers because now the Chinese sellers are placing American flags on the items' pictures and adding to the title American sellers. It is truly disgusting, and I'm very angry, or can you say furious, with eBay that lets this company lie about their location. In my opinion, it's destroying our businesses little by little because buyers at the end of the day are looking for a good deal, and you know China products are cheaper. I will always pay the extra cents for the items I need to buy from an American seller. You ask, what can we do about this? I, for one, always encourage everyone I talk to buy American, and when possible, talk them out of the idea of buying from China, India, or any other country taking money and profits away. Have a great day, Crazy New York Driver." Also on China sellers, Black Lotus Boutique wrote in, "I personally don't think eBay should not allow Chinese sell on eBay. It's hurting us U.S. sellers. Of course, eBay doesn't care because the more people that sell, the more money eBay gets. Then you have buyers that want cheaper items even if they get knockoffs, but you have some buyers who want legitimate, authentic items, but they want to pay and get away with cheap payments. I personally don't buy anything Chinese at all. I think you guys know my feeling on the China sellers. I have no use for them myself, and I do not buy from them. But they are proliferating eBay, especially eBay Motors. If you try and refine your search on the left-hand grid by checking off US sellers, that does not help. What you're getting is a lot of people who have warehouses in certain states like California and Florida and are importing all this China crap. They're actually China sellers selling China crap, but they have a physical warehouse in the United States. And like those people said, they have logos embossed over their pictures saying USA seller. Now, even if they are a USA seller and do have a physical location, they're selling China knockoff garbage. I cannot tell you how often I'll go on eBay when I have a few minutes into eBay Motors and I'll check for hubcaps, so things that I can buy cheap and resell. That's what I do. And all I'm getting is China crap, China crap, China crap. It's proliferated. There should be some way just to screen out the products. Not the location, but the product. Is the product genuine or aftermarket? Right now, they have a button you can click if you want aftermarket parts, but they do not have a button to click to refine the search to only authentic parts. And I swear to God on the cross, when I get out to Vegas, the end of July, for the big eBay event, I'm going to talk to them. I've talked to them every year about this. I'm going to talk to them again. I want that search refined so we buyers can filter the items by authentic items only. Not just in eBay Motors, but all through eBay. How do you guys feel about that? Comment below, please. On the unfair defects regarding late shipments that I talked about last week, Rick Mayer wrote, "As I always say, good show, Joe. In December, I was demoted from top-rated plus to top-rated because of the late shipment glitch. I offer 1 day free shipping on all my items. I had 16 late shipping strikes against me in January. Before this, I had none in my 9 years selling on eBay. I'm thanking you for bringing this to we sellers' attention. I always ship on time, and it's a shame we're getting strikes that we do not deserve. Screw China too. I'm calling eBay tomorrow. Keep it up and peace." I'm happy to report that the undeserved shipping defect I received last week is gone and has been removed from my account. But Rick Mayer and the rest of you guys, could you please check your seller hub and let me know if your defects have been removed? And comment below either yes or no if you want, because I really want to know if they have caught up on everybody. I got quite a few responses about selling on Amazon. Most of them are down on Amazon because of the way they treat their sellers. It's disgusting. But one person was pro Amazon. I'll read her first, then I'll read the negative Amazons. Ash S. wrote, "Joe, we have been eBay sellers for 14 years and Amazon sellers for 5 years. I can tell you Gary unfortunately did no research on how the Amazon platform works. I could have solved every one of the problems he listed in less than 1 hour. We love both platforms and make good money on each. Both platforms have a learning curve, but Amazon's is twice as steep and there is zero room for error. This, however, is more than made up for by the much greater traffic and access to Amazon's high-income customers. You are doing yourself a big disservice by not learning thoroughly and selling on both platforms." The rest of the comments regarding Amazon were negative. I'll just go through a few of them right now. PRR Modeler wrote, "I was a seller on Amazon alongside eBay. Have given up on Amazon. I was selling CDs on their site with 100% feedback. They decided that I had to apply for approval 4 years into selling. Screw them. They can keep their platform. Plus, no help at all with disputes. Buyer is never wrong. The people who stand behind selling on Amazon, sorry, but you'll get hit sooner or later. Charles M. Reinhardt wrote, I would never sell on Amazon. Their system is way too time-consuming and complicated. Rubber Wilbur wrote, not only that, but who wants to pay 20% commission? The Review wrote, Amazon is the worst. Craig B. wrote, check out the Entrepreneur on YouTube. He dogs Amazon regularly. Have any of you guys heard of that channel, the Entrepreneur? I'm interested in that, and I'm going to research that when I get a minute. The last comment on Amazon was from Gators Rock Tim T. Amazon, let sellers like Chuck Fitch sell on their site. No thanks. Quite frankly, I'm not sure if he's selling on there anymore. I think Keith got him booted off. So that's good news. A couple of questions were written in. Shaft Sirius wrote, can you please talk about how to protect yourself when a buyer picks up an item in person, as there's no seller protection on PayPal when transacting this way? I would never, ever, ever accept local pickup for an eBay sale, because like you say, there is no way to get any protection. The only thing you could do is, if a person does come to your location to get your item, have him go onto his eBay account right then and there on his phone and leave you positive feedback if he's willing to do that, because I think that would help. But I do believe that is the only way. And even that, I'm going to tell you, even that is not conclusive proof, because if he opens a PayPal dispute, no tracking number will have been uploaded. So PayPal will not have your back. Guys, I always say do what works for you, but I will never accept local pickups on eBay sales because I have been stung. Another question, Alvin the Cat. Joe, good work. I recollect you used to drink Gatorade. What is in the Fox News cup? I had quite a few people write in asking about the Gatorade, why I don't use it anymore. I actually drink Gatorade in the summertime, not in the wintertime, but even if this was the summertime now, I do not drink the Gatorade anymore. I drink out of the Fox News cup to show, yes! To show that I accomplished something great. I love it. I love it. In fact, I'm going to stop right now. I'm going to have a drink. This is the Fox News cup. It's symbolic of victory, a very big victory on my part. Thank you very much. Let us now continue with the video. The last comment I'm going to read is a channel comment by Noel Griffith. Just so you know, I always hit the like button before your video even starts. You're awesome sauce, and I thank you for all you do. Peace. Thank you for the positive comments on my channel there, Noel. Let us now get started with today's video and today's eBay information. I'm not sure how many of you guys listen to eBay radio, but I was a guest once again the other day. That was on Tuesday. And I talked about some of the things I like about eBay. I'm going to put a link to that little discussion in the description box below in case any of you guys want to check out my segment on eBay. It was a very good position for me because I was on directly before Bob Cuppins. Bob Cuppins is eBay's new Vice President of Business to Consumer Selling and Global Initiative Owner for eBay Seller Experience. I'm bringing this up because, as I said, Bob Cuppins had the segment right after me, and he was in the green room listening to my segment. So when he came on and began speaking, he actually referred to my segment and upsold me, which I think was a high honor. So thank you, sir, for the positive comments. Now, guys, I have a little sneak preview for you. A little behind-the-scenes look. In 1 to 2 weeks, I'm announcing this ahead of time, in 1 to 2 weeks, eBay is coming out with a brand new spring seller update with some really really important things. Some of those things are I better not tell you right now. I better wait. I better let them announce it first. Trust me, you're going to be very impressed. 1 to 2 weeks, eBay's bringing out the new spring update. We'll talk about it more once they reveal it. I had some unusual contacts through the eBay contact system this week. Once again, I had a guy write to me and say, Joe, I see you're selling an Oldsmobile hubcap for $30. I have 3 of them. I am willing to bring them to your store. How much would you pay me for them? And I checked him. I checked this guy. He's a seller on eBay. He actually does sell stuff. I said to him, the only way you're going to get any money from these things is if you sell them yourself on eBay. You have to do the work. I'm not going to do the work for you. Okay? I don't get that. I honestly don't get how some people think that I'm going to buy their stuff, pay to have it shipped to me, and there's going to be enough meat on the bone for me to resell it. Some of these people are just overtly lazy. Another contact that kind of gave me not a chuckle, but made me shake my head in disbelief. I had an item listed for $100 plus $10 shipping. It's a dog item that I've had listed for a very long time. So long that the shipping was listed as $10, and as you know, the post office raised their rates. It would now cost me at least $25 to ship the item. Guy writes to me and says, will you take $75 for the item? And he wrote to me early in the day. Now, I know that if I accept his offer, I'm going to have to pay $25 shipping instead of the $10 I have listed. But I'm still willing to do that. It's a dog item. I have a lot of new stuff coming in. I want to make room and get rid of the old. I wrote back to him and I said, if you're willing to buy the item today, I certainly will accept your $75 plus nothing. I don't hear from him. 2 days later, he writes back to me and says, I'm willing to pay $75, but you have to include the shipping for free. No, I don't think so. I said to him, no deal. I said, number one, the USPS rates have gone up considerably. It's going to cost me $25 to ship this, but that's on me. I was willing to do it for you if you would have responded the same day like I said, the deal is now off the table. And I won't do it. I'm a man of principle. I have no problem dickering on prices for serious customers. As I said earlier, I had all my defects removed. I now have no defects on my account for late shipping. Although defects is actually a misnomer, it's not the correct word. Let's just say marks or whatever you want to call it. I'm hoping you guys had the same success I did. If you would please comment yes or no. Let me know where you stand on that. Sales this week were decent. They weren't slow, they weren't through the roof, but they were decent. I had no returns and I had no cancellations whatsoever. But as far as returns is concerned, that doesn't really mean anything, because I can easily go 3 weeks without a return and then they'll all come charging in at one time. So, that being said, that's basically the end of our video for today, folks. Please comment any comments, questions, or concerns you have, whether it be about selling or buying or things you want me to cover. I come out here every week and I make these videos to try and help you guys. If you think I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up, as it tells me that I'm doing a good job in getting the message out to you and that the message is getting out there. If you don't think I'm doing a good job, please tell me in the comments section what you want me to cover next week, and I'll do my best to do so. I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. Remember, I am a seller friend, not a seller critic or skeptic of any kind, and I'm making money online. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys are making plenty of money online too. I want you to rock on, and peace! Yeah! Ugh.